Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So before we start our discussion, let's start pray together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi muhammadin nabiyya wa rasulah. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma. So we start our discussion. So the first one is the title. The title is Supportive Care and Antiviral Treatments in Primary Herpetic Gingivostomatitis, Systematic Review. So, and then the authors, maybe anyone wants to add. Oh, udah. Okay, and then the authors is Noemi Capola, and then the affiliation, that's it. The type of journal is a systematic review, and then the rank of Scopus. Maybe anyone wants to add information about it. Okay, okay.
Okay, the rank of the Scopus is Q1, and the impact factor is, this is from the journal metric, the impact factor for the last year is 3.1, but and then there is a 5 years impact factor, 5 years ago, like 5 years ago is 3.6.
Okay, thank you Eka. So next point is background. Who wants to explain about the background?
So the background of the study is that primary herpetic gingivostomatitis often causes painful lesion, making it difficult for eat and drink. So the study was conduct to review and compare the various treatment methods that have been used for patients with primarily herpetic gingivostomatitis.
Okay, thank you. Maybe who wants to add more information about it or explanation?
Yeah, actually we need to elaborate more on the background, but meanwhile we can continue if there is no other additional information.
Okay. The next point is problem. Maybe who wants to add information or explanation about it?
Maybe I can add some information. So in the background, said that the disease is generally self-limiting, so it can lead to dehydration and negatively affect patient quality of life, because this condition is making the patient because the oralation is painful, so it's making it difficult for people that have this condition to eat and drink, so it could lead to dehydration and affecting patient quality of life.
Okay. Thank you so much, Iana, for your explanation. Yeah, maybe someone.
So the problem is here it is the second last paragraph of the introduction. It is in the second page on the right side. Here it is explained that there is a lack of consensus indicating the There is a lack of consensus indicating the gaps of existing evidence about or a systematic review on this topic. So there is only found one review evaluating the effectiveness of systematic acyclovir for PHGS, but it did not include other therapeutic approaches. So to bridge this gap, it later continue to the aim.
Since this is a question-based statement, so for the focus on this article, it is therapeutic approaches. So maybe how effective is other therapeutic approaches for treating for treating symptoms in PHGS patients?
So the conclusion, it said that most of the symptomatic drugs are ineffective because it couldn't stop the viral replication, and then for the acyclovir, it is effective only for 72 hours from the diagnosis.
In my kata or skripsi, the problem that there is not really that there's not enough was it evidence or
That's gap.
oh yes the
Problem statement should be a question.
oh yes so are there any different virulence gen in the of the Streptococcus mutant in the condition of caries rampant and the normal caries? Yeah.
Is there any?
Is there any or are there any differences
Is there or are there any differences
between
differences of what?
of virulence gens?
Okay. Are there? Is there any difference of virulence between
Of Streptococcus mutant between the condition of caries rampant or and normal caries? The problem statement. Okay, so the problem statement is there any differences of virulence in Streptococcus mutant in the condition between the condition of caries rampant or normal caries?
Okay. Have you understood the problem? So then, okay, would you please continue?
Okay,
The aim of the study
the
is
aim of the study is to know are there or is there any differences of virulence from Streptococcus mutant between the caries condition of caries rampant or standard caries.
So it's on the material and method, page 2. It says that the systematic review was designed and conducted according to the preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis, or PRISMA statement. And then the study protocol was recorded in the International Perspectives Register of Systematic Reviews, or PROSPERO. So this study used a systematic review design, and the authors searched and reviewed previous studies about treatments of primary hepatic gingivostomatitis, or PHGS. The review was conducted following the PRISMA guidelines and was registered in PROSPERO.
So, the inclusion criteria you can find from the page 3, paragraph 1, sentence 1 to 3. The inclusion criteria is RCT, evaluating PHGS therapy, non-randomized control intervention before and after study, and the observational studies such as like prospective, retrospective, cohort, case control, and cross-sectional.
okay.
These therapeutic strategies of primary hepatic gingivostomatitis.
Which one is it? Table 1, table 2, or figure
Table 1, this is the table 1 that we've
Table 1.
discussed earlier, and
Okay, and the second one?
the second one is the risk of bias.
Sorry, table or graphic?
It's a table.
Table
2.
Table 2,
Table 2.
and the title is?
The title is risk of bias, but this is the assessment using ROB2 tool.
Risk of bias assessment.
Yeah.
Okay, table 2 explain the assessment of risk of bias.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one?
The last one is table 3. This also about risk of bias, but the assessment.
Still the assessment of risk of bias, but using
Different
tools or
rules.
methods.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are those tables speak about?
As for the table 1, it's actually wait.
Could you please show us the rule?
Yeah. So first, it's actually already kind of explained briefly by doctor, but the result is, so for the outcomes, there's a time of healings. For example, the first one is oralation. There's the result mentioned test versus the control. So the test is the acyclovir suspension plus honey.
Pardon me.